Now, my friends, my colleagues, you out there on YouTube, you're all well aware of the fact that I am constantly doing my job as a real estate professional here in New York City and on Long Island. And that includes going through Zillow. Sometimes I need to see what there is out there to be able to introduce to my clients, because as we all know, Zillow and Truly and Realtor.com and Homes.com, etc., they all feature the very homes that you want to see. So rather than fight the system, I join the system. And sometimes you come across some really incredible deals, and other times you come across things that are, well, let's just say interesting. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you some very interesting pictures, one of which you're already expecting, the cat. And yes, I will be showing you the cat. Stay with me on that. And also a little peekaboo action, as I like to call it, which you'll learn more about in a couple of minutes as well. So stay tuned. And at the very end, I'm also going to give you a free guide that, well, if you want to cheat and check the description, the link is there, but I'll go into greater detail. Now, let's talk about what today's topic is. There's a cat in the video, but who you use to list your property means everything. Let me pop this up on screen. The importance of choosing the right real estate agent. Otherwise, you might be selling a cat or yourself. I love it. And the bottom line here at the end of the day is that, yes, there's a cat involved. No, the cat is not technically for sale. However, the way it's positioned, dead hilarious. So first, before we get to the cat, let's jump into the peekaboo. The cat is on deck, so stay tuned. Let's take a look at number one, which is our friend, Mr. Peekaboo. Now, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Who you choose for your real estate agent is vital. It's critically important. Every agent's going to tell you, I've got the best marketing. I've got the best advertising. I do the best social media advertising. Your home's going to look great on Zillow and Truly and Realtor, so on and so forth. And then this is what happens. Now, this is interesting. Now, this particular home is on sale, or rather for sale on Zillow. And the fifth picture of the 46 pictures this agent decided to put up to represent this home publicly on Zillow is this, a picture of what appears to be that individual holding an iPad sideways, taking a picture dead on in the center of a mirror. And quite honestly, real estate, unfortunately, has a very low barrier of entry. Now, no disrespect to this agent, but if you're staring at yourself in a picture, you should probably, well, first of all, you should probably get a professional photographer. This is the caliber of photography you're going to be producing with your technology. But if ultimately at the end of the day, you decide to do it yourself, you see there's a mirror right in front of you, and oh, look, obviously there's going to be a reflection unless you're Dracula, which I doubt you are. If you are, stay away from me anyway. You're going to have this as a problem. And ultimately, at the end of the day, we imagine this were your home. And imagine that you're on Zillow, or rather you're going to look at your own home on Zillow, and you think to yourself, you're excited, you want to move forward in life, you want to sell your home so you can do the next thing you have, the next chapter of your life, and you're going through the pictures, and this is what you see. Well, not only are you seeing this, but the people who are looking your property up are seeing this, and it's a bad look. But wait, there's more. Hold on a second. Give me a moment. Here we are. I try to hide his information, but I mean, you really can't tell. It's so grainy anyway. But I mean, again, another mirror casualty, right? This person probably had all the best intentions and probably does the job the best they can. But ultimately, if you as a real estate agent and you as a homeowner who are choosing a real estate agent are going to be selecting an agent, and that agent who took the pictures are selecting pictures to put publicly for the world to see, you have to be selective. And unfortunately, because there's such a low barrier of entry in real estate, you find yourself in a situation where you could be staring down a barrel of hiring an agent that takes pictures like this and makes it public for everyone to see. So you have to use extreme care and caution. Now, every picture I put out there are amazing. And if you want to come in contact with me, my information is on screen. I'll be happy to go over not only my photography, I have a website dedicated to my photography that I could share with you, but also what I do for you to sell your home for the best price possible and the best terms for you, period, end of sentence, here in the New York City and on the Long Island, Queens, Nassau, Suffolk, Brooklyn, even as high as Westchester. Let's go. Anyway, so as you can see, we've got some significant issues here, and no two agents are created equal. Now, The only other picture I have for you guys is the money shot. What would you say? Comment below if you were selling your property and the agent you hired, obviously not me because I wouldn't do this, but the agent you hired put up pictures like this. What would be your response? What would you say to that agent? What would that agent have to think to actually do this? Please post it below because I'm dying to read your comments and I will respond to them. But without further ado, we're going to jump right on into the money shot. Ladies, gentlemen, people of all ages, the cat. This is a $410,000 property that is active for sale on Zillow.com. And you see 4 pictures, really 5 pictures. You have 4 pictures that are a nice interior, which is, nicely shot. I'd say decent pictures, all things considered, right? However, the largest picture that you see there, literally the largest picture that you see there, is the main picture for the property. In other words, MLS, Realtor.com, Zillow.com, Trulia.com, Homes.com, agent real estate websites, whatever .coms those are. The very first picture any homeowner is going to see is going to be this cat because the biggest picture is the lead picture. So guess what? First of all, would you buy a $410,000 cat? I mean, it's a really pretty cat. I think it's a beautiful little cat. I think it's fantastic. It looks like it's on some kind of balcony surrounded by some nice plants and looking real happy. It's kind of just enjoying the weather, right? It's, oh, look at me, I'm just happy. But what would possess you to put the main picture of a property? Now, mind you, according to the MLS, our rule is that the main picture has to be the front exterior of the property. Not only is this not the front, not only technically, I guess it is an exterior, but it is not the front exterior of the property. And worst of all, you're not selling a cat. There's no cat being sold. Now, again, what would you do? Would you just put in like troll offers to see if you could buy that cat? Please don't do that. But I mean, what would you do if this were your real estate agent and this were the main picture of your home that you're trying to sell for $410,000 in any environment, right? What would you say? Please let me know. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's a really pretty cat. It looks like a very nice apartment. There's a lot of good happening here. Unfortunately, this agent, in all of their infinite wisdom, decided, hey, I'm going to make the cat the main picture. I don't do that. That's not something that I do. And quite honestly, it's just unprofessional. You really have to go over the pictures you put onto the MLS. And you as a homeowner, I would say, I'm not blaming you by any stretch. There's no blame here. However, I would suggest that you get a copy of all the marketing and all the advertising and how the pictures look before it goes live, because you never know how good or bad the agent you're dealing with is unless they prove it to you. Now, I have a deep Zillow profile with almost, if not by the time you see this, more than 100 home sales. And if you look at contact me, right there's a scrolling ticker that takes you to my calendar that will give you a free, no obligation, 30-minute time and date of your choice that we can talk together about your real estate needs in New York City or Long Island. But now let's break away here for a second. Bye, kitty. I'm going to talk about the last thing here. One thing I'd love to give away to you that if you're looking to sell your property, you need to get your hands on. And it is, I'm putting it up on screen now, my 12 mistakes to avoid when selling your home PDF guide. It is 100% free. You can go to the description and you can go to my link, just fill out the basic information, and you will have an instant email download to avoiding the 12 biggest mistakes when it comes to listing your home for sale. And if you're thinking about listing your home for sale, you can always contact me, of course, but I also suggest that you download this guide, and this guide provide you with a head start to our conversation and what you should know ahead of time. So unless you're looking to have a cat as your main picture of your home, I would suggest giving me a call or reaching out to me. But until next time, have yourselves a great day. And I hope to speak and hear from you rather soon. And please, no more cats.